Zebec network to $27. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name is Neil, keeping technical analysis short and sweet. And first off, that's probably not going to happen, but it's to get your attention, and I will show you another coin that will go to $27. So we're looking at ZBCN. This is NC Hammer Crypto. My name is Neil, keeping technical analysis short and sweet. And a lot of people were panic selling with that major dip just the other day. We clearly have support. We pushed underneath that 200 EMA and immediately came up right back over it within this triangle that we've been playing out within the past couple months, I guess since June or May. And essentially this triangle is the most important thing for the support and resistance. We see that we had that pullback. We Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and it pulled right back up to the 618. So what we would do now is go from this top to this bottom, and where are we at? Exactly the 618 on the Fibonacci retracement yet again. So we had that pull back up. We are on the upward trend line, and we are building some support. So if you have any money left or you didn't get liquidated, then this is your opportunity to enter yet again, keeping in mind the push up is around the 0.786. Next real resistance is within this area around the 0.005 and right below this black downward trend line. We clearly have more support than we do have rejection, and so we can expect with that market manipulation that brought the entire market down that we are going to have an immediate retrace back up. Could we see another rejection? Yes, but it is less likely that we're going to be pushing back down to this 0.002, as this was just a clear liquidity grab, and there's a lot of buyers within this area if we do have another sell-off. So this triangle is the main thing that we are looking at, and we ultimately need to break this downward trend line for Zebec network. A lot of money was made with some future liquidity trading in this area. A couple hundred myself just with small scalp trades, turning $2 into 150 within seconds, not minutes. And we are back at the 618. So if you don't know about futures trading, it's definitely a gamble, but it's a quick way to make money with almost no money. Bet $2 on MEXC, you could earn 100 real quick, as it's like betting with 200, 300, 500, money that you don't have. If it goes down a blip, you lose it. But it was pretty good potential ROI, and Zebec network is looking very healthy even with that pullback. The coin that I always like to bring up is Tornado Cash, because if you guys have been following along, this one is one of the coins when the rest of the market is down 30%. This one is still in profit from our entry at 750, 11, and 13. Everything's in profit. Here we are at 15. Its next stop, $26 to $27 and potentially $39. Keeping in mind the all-time high is $459. It has a very long way to go. I would not recommend this over and over again if you guys were not going to make profit off of it. So those of you who have taken the initiative and bought some, on MEXC, if you use the reference link, you get 20 USDT for free, and you can buy yourself a free Tornado Cash, which is essentially like getting $50,000 for free in my opinion. Definitely use the reference link. Definitely like and subscribe if you have not already. And I'm actually going to sneak in Dash, because people are asking about Dash and my personal opinion on it. So it's very violent at the moment. Volume is picking up astronomically right here. We clearly have a bottom here at $20, currently sitting at 51. So even with that pullback with the rest of the market, same with Dash, it has continued its upward momentum and is holding pretty nicely. Let's get back to that. The resistance we would be looking at next, if you have not entered or if you're thinking about entering, is around $72. So keep your risk to reward ratio in mind. We do have a little bit more resistance here at 77 as well. And so this is kind of the resistance that we are expecting within this area. If you were to be entering here, you could expect maybe a 50% increase. Me personally, I'd like to see a little bit of rejection off a downward trend line. If we can break this, that is essentially where you'd be looking for your entry. Leave out this percentage gain and wait for the entry here, but you would be scalp trading because your next sell-off would be in the $70 to $76 range. If we can break past that, you're looking at 128 to around 263 for a $50 investment, which really isn't that bad. We are a little ways away from the 200 EMA, which is why I want to see this have a little bit more consolidation, bringing the 200 EMA a little bit closer. I don't think we're going to be retracing through this CM Guppy at the 50 mark, which is around $32. So potential 50% drop, potential 50% gain. It's a 1-to-1, not the best entry. If you are looking at Dash, or if you're in Dash, consider selling off around 78 and looking for a re-entry. I could be wrong. We could be pushing up to that 128. But ideally, if you haven't entered, you want to see it close above this 77 before looking to enter in, and keep that 200 EMA nice and close. Lastly, Toshi, a meme coin, throwing it in there. Very nice, healthy, pushing up. This 0.0007 is very strong support. CM Guppy's holding it up. The 200 EMA is this black line on the upward trend line. So I don't think we're going to be pushing past that, as we saw the market have a major crash, but this did not push down below the 0.007. Could be forming a W and ultimately breaking this downward trend line. Like every other coin that breaks the downward trend line, most likely when we get over 0.0009, the 618 is up here at 0.0015. Beyond that, the real resistance is 0.0018. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you haven't entered any of the coins I just talked about, it's highly recommended, as the market had its pullback and it's still going to have a continuation more violent than the pullback was. It was just giving people the opportunity to enter in at a lower price before we ultimately take off to new all-time highs. So like and subscribe if you haven't. If you're interested in Tornado Cash, I'm going to keep talking about it, because if you have not entered, I want you to make money, but none of this is financial advice. So good luck, have fun with it, use the reference links, and I will see you guys on the next one.